Does God exist? Can we use scientific discoveries to demonstrate the existence of God? I'm joined today by Dr. Francisco Delgado, who is a Christian and a physician who specializes in infectious disease, to help unpack these questions. Paco, what do you think is the most compelling scientific evidence for God's existence?
Yes. People would like to hear, or give me proof that God exists. And I do not think that only in mathematics really can you talk about proofs. Mm-hmm. We can come with multiple arguments that together will bring up a very, very strong case for the existence of a God. There are many arguments, and probably the most powerful ones that we have right now are the cosmological argument mm-hmm. and the fine-tuning argument. Those, to me, are two of the most powerful ways in which I can show people that there really is a God.
Okay, so for those people that are watching this that aren't familiar with those two arguments, could you, in a nutshell, describe what the cosmological argument is, and then, in a nutshell, describe what is the fine-tuning argument?
Sure. Well, the cosmological argument goes like this. Everything that begins to exist has a cause. Its second premise says the universe began to exist, and the conclusion is the universe has a cause. And from science, we have seen the very compelling arguments on how really the universe comes back down to a beginning, even if there's a multiverse, essentially. The fine-tuning argument essentially also uses the observations of our universe to see how all of the constants in the universe are so well tuned, to use the same word, so well crafted, designed for us to be here, as essentially talking to each other at this point.
So really what we're saying is that if there's a beginning to the universe, there must be a cause, and whatever caused the universe is outside the universe is greater than the universe. And so we could take that concept to be God then.
That is correct. And you can also extend it to, for example, arguments about the origin of life. You could also extend it to issues about consciousness.
Yeah. So now, as a physician, is there anything about the human body that to you screams design?
Everything. From one simple nanomachine that could be in your cell to the whole functioning of the human body, to me it is just a marvel.
Now, is there other evidence that convinces you that God exists that's outside of science?
Well, you could get into the philosophical arguments for the existence of God. And one of the arguments, for example, is the contingency argument that says essentially that, again, everything goes back to a contingent being or a contingent agent until you get to a point where there is really nothing behind that. That, to me, is also a very compelling argument for the existence of God.
Okay.